Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction type of video, but this one's different. Now I saw Joe Bartolozzi. He was doing a zombie quiz thing, how to survive, if you would survive quiz thing. I was like, bro, that is so me. That is so me. I'm a nerd. If you guys haven't told by now, I'm a freaking I'm a dog. I'm like a moderately cool dog. And I'm also not English. You know how I said I was cool? Alright, bro. Personally, I feel like I'd survive at least a month, right? But some of you guys might be a bit. Not me though. Not me. You. Not me. Alright, let's get into it.
This is a quiz to find out if you'd survive a zombie apocalypse. Not movie logic, not gamer instincts, actual survival decision making pulled from disaster studies, urban collapse scenarios, and real world psychology. It's 28 questions long. Some of the questions are easy, most of them are not. For each of the questions you get 4 options to pick from, and I'll tell you the right answer and explain why the others most likely will get you killed. As we go through the quiz, you should keep track of your score. You get 1 point per correct answer. And at the end, I'll tell you whether or not you'll last. So before we begin, I'm going to give you some context as to this world and also the scenario so that you can make informed choices.
I feel like a lot of this is going to be some bias.
This scenario, it uses classic slow-moving zombies, so classic infection type zombies.
Okay, that was the next question. Was it going to be Walking Dead or Left 4 Dead? Left 4 Dead? Yeah, I'm gone. Are you telling me I'm versing someone that's yo, I'm scavenging, with a gun, I'm just chilling. And instead of some dude walking or running behind me, he jumps on me, jockey, bro. He jockeys on my head and leads me to the nearest window. Are we serious? How is that a zombie? Or, let's hit another scenario. Well, we're scavenging through a school, bro. We enter the janitor's room, it's dark. We hear, turn the light on, some dude looking like this with a massive arm. Hong! Mike Tyson's you, bro. What do? I am not surviving Left 4 Dead. I'm not surviving
moderate
that.
Hearing and smell. They have poor eyesight, especially in low lighting. These zombies will notice if you're loud, if you're fast, or if you're bleeding.
Oh, hold on.
In terms of...
Okay, see, I need to know when I do stuff like that. I need to remember, not stay in the video, full screen. You know, get in that rhythm, you feel me? That's fine.
How to defeat them? The zombies don't feel pain. They don't bleed out. The only tried and tested way to defeat them, the zombies don't feel pain. They don't bleed out. The only tried and tested way to destroy them is by destroying the brain. And they don't stop unless you hit a central nervous system, so when you're picking weapons, that's what you're aiming for. In terms of how the virus spreads, or how people turn, the virus spreads fast. People say it's from bites, maybe blood. It's not airborne as far as we know, but if someone gets it, they turn fast. To give you some context of you live in an urban area with 2 other people, so it's like a medium-sized city, pretty densely populated area with the infrastructure.
Oh, whoa! In an apartment? Yeah, gone. Are you dead? You live in an above ground floor apartment with 2 other people. Oh, that's alright. Wait, in my apartment, or in the, whatever. Other people in a densely populated urban
So it's
area. What is that? Like suburbs? I can't really think of apartments in Australia. Is that urban though? Because I want to say New York, but urban? What the fuck what does that even mean? I'm kind of retarded.
Medium-sized city, pretty densely populated area with the infrastructure of what you get in an urban area. So public transport, accessible supermarkets, roads, etc. I hope you took some notes or you remembered those facts because they may or may not be relevant in deciding what you'll do. So again, I'll set out each question in turn and then the options, and I'll give you a couple of seconds to pick your answer. I'll tell you the right answer after each question and give you an explanation as to why that's the right answer. Feel free, obviously, to pause the video.
Oh shit, we have to count. Is this the counting?
Most importantly, keep track of how many answers you get right or wrong for your final score at the end.
I'm not going
and without further ado,
research
let's begin.
All,
so you've just confirmed it. It's a zombie outbreak. You live in the 2nd floor apartment in a medium-sized city, and it's...
Yes, so well, medium sized. Oh, medium sized. Think about it. New York's like medium sized, but it's got the population of like what should be a large area. So like, homeless people are gone. Off the break, that's like 2K zombies. Mums, that's 2K zombies off the break. What the
First
hell?
10 minutes.
Yo, you're cooked.
What do you do?
Yo.
Option A, leave immediately by car and head towards the countryside. Option B, grab a backpack and head on leave before nightfall.
Okay. So, option 1, right? We can leave by car and head towards the country. There's less people in the country, so that's not a bad idea. But what is a bad idea is, bro, in a city, there's thousands of people. There's probably, bro, you're not even gonna get like a mile in, bro. You're cooked. Grab a backpack and head on foot to the nearest supermarket. Not a bad idea. Not the worst. But there's gonna be thousands of people there. And again, if we're in somewhere like New York, right? Mate, by the time that you heard there's a zombie outbreak, you're gonna see that it's a zombie outbreak. Okay, everyone's gonna be like, it's cooked. Do not do that. Wait a while, gather info, and leave. Stay put and begin fortifying. The more I think about it, as much as like in my head, I'd be thinking, when's the next time I escape my house? Because like I don't feel safe in an apartment, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'd say C.
So the correct answer is option D, stay put and begin fortifying your home. So the reason that this is the right answer is occupying your home.
That doesn't make sense. How is that fair? Wait a while, gather info, or then leave. I didn't think it said then leave. I thought it would be. I thought it meant like, regardless of what the info you gathered, that's whether you know. I was wrong. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's 0 points.
So the correct answer is option
Let's keep
D,
counting every time we go
stay put and
up.
begin fortifying your home.
Because I'm guessing.
So the reason that this is the right answer is because leaving in the first wave is often one of the riskiest things that you can do. Okay. During the first wave of an outbreak, infrastructure breaks down basically instantly. The roads are full of accidents and abandoned cars, emergency services are overwhelmed or completely gone, and if you're in a vehicle, you're likely going to get stuck. And if you're on foot, you're probably going to be exposed. Another reason to stay put is because you have more control at home. You know your layout, your entry points, and what you have at home. You're able to block doors, ration supplies, and also reduce noise. All in all, staying put has fewer variables and more you can control, and there's also just less visibility to the outside world and its threats. Public spaces during this time are basically chaos zones because supermarkets and gas stations are early hotspots for violence, looting, infection spread. The majority of people that early in disaster events do so because they go out thinking that they can grab more supplies. Another reason to stay is because waiting often gives you more information. In the next 12 to 48 hours, you'll learn what's happening, where to go or avoid, and whether there's an organized response. And so people who leave immediately often walk into blind danger. The only exceptions where leaving might be the right choice is if your building is actually compromised, like if there's an infected person inside and there's no way to secure it, or if you have a clear escape plan with pre-packaged supplies and like a safe destination, or if you live somewhere that's completely indefensible. So for example, there's a glass storefront, or you're on the ground floor, or if there's wide entry points. But other than that, the safest thing to do is to stay and fortify and wait. So you've decided to stay put and ride out the first wave in your apartment. You've locked the doors, you've pulled the curtains, and you've confirmed it's a real outbreak. What's the smartest next move? Option A, start moving heavy furniture to block entry points. Option B, your kidnets.
Wait. You've decided to stay put and ride out the first wave from your apartment. I'm only reading this because like I need my mental, like, and you guys as well. Okay. You've locked the door and you've pulled the curtains, okay? You've confirmed it's cooked. It's a real outbreak. What's the smartest next move? First, you could start moving heavy furniture to block entry points. That's not bad. Fill bathtubs, sinks, and pots with clean water. Ooh. I can't lie. I think that might be the one. Yeah, no. That's true. Because, I mean, as well as your internet and power gets cooked, your water supply gets murky, bro. It starts like no one gives a shit about that stuff anymore. So yeah, that's really smart. I almost completely forgot that was a component. Yeah. Bro, do you know how much water I'd have? Like, I have a whole drawer full of cups, bowls, bro. And you wouldn't even need to eat from, like, plates or anything. That's stupid. Yeah? Oh, well, plates aren't going to hold water, so I guess you could. Inventory your kitchen. Turn on the... Yeah, B, bro. Wow. Wow. What?
The correct answer is option B, fill all possible containers with clean water.
I know.
So the reason this is the right answer is because in disaster scenarios, especially when infrastructure is unstable, water is often one of the first systems to fail. City water might stop flowing or become contaminated within hours of an outbreak. And since you're at home and you have a bathtub, bathtubs can act as large reservoirs for washing or flushing, and pots, bottles, and kettles are drinking water reserves. Because the power might cut out at any time, this is definitely the most important thing to do, and you should fill any container while the water pressure is still on. So why are the other options not correct? So option A, if you barricade, this is important, but time-sensitive utilities come first. For option C, ration planning...
Okay. Do you think the zombies are a part of a firefighter squad or something, bro? Do you think they got a warrant on you, bro? They're not kicking that fucking door down. Okay? Okay? Unless it's like Train to Busan type of zombies that are just manic. They're just gonna hear you, they're just gonna... and just keep walking, bro. Or maybe they'll get up on your window, like, bro, come on, bro. Really? That's some stupid shit. Whoever picked that, I know what you're trying to think. I get you, I get you. But, come on, bro. There's
Again, this is an option in Kintar's next move. Option A.
Containers are full. Pressure is...
I'll race it inside.
I'm sorry, I'm skipping all this shit. Okay. Containers are full, pressure is dropping. Okay? Power is still on, but could cut at any moment. What's the smartest next move? First, you can inventory food in order of... Okay, let's be real. We know A is going to be the right one, right? Do we want to pick A? Most likely not. Okay? The thing is, from the bat, I know exactly which one is going to be the right one. Because it's some nerd shit. It's going to be like... Actually... The most relevant piece of inventory that you need to know is make sure you have food sources and water, because in a zombie outbreak, once you get sheltered, it might get a little cooked, and we don't want to be cooked, do we? Shut up, my client is literally innocent. You know, bro, like, come on, bro. And then B, stand on the balcony to gauge how many people are on the street. That is smart, but also it depends. Oh wait, every apartment has a balcony. I'm thinking like rooftop. I'm stupid. On the balcony. Yeah, that's really smart. Because first, you get to see how much zombies are there, and that gets you an idea of how bad the outbreak is at this current moment of time. And that only takes about 30 seconds, right? Do you know how long it takes to inventory food and shit? Okay, how much food you have in your house? That's probably gonna take 30 minutes, okay? Standing on a balcony, that's gonna take the most 5 minutes, okay? The absolute most. What are you doing there for the other 3 minutes after you've scanned? I don't know, but she wants to talk about time, right? She's gonna want to talk about time. Drag a bookcase against your front door for extra. Again, who's coming through your house? Braun Strowman? No, it's a freaking zombie. They can barely run, bro. It's not gonna knock down a door with a metal lock in it, okay? Write a visible note on your... No, that's retarded. Do you want people to come in your house and rob you? Okay. I'm gonna say B, because realistically, that doesn't take that long, okay? You have 2 other dudes, by the way. They can inventory for the 5 minutes that you're gone. 5 minutes. Do you know how impossible it is to take 5 minutes to look around? Okay? And that's still nothing. I'm saying B, she's gonna say A.
In case help comes.
She's gonna say A, okay? We know this. She's gonna say A.
So the correct answer here is option A, inventory and ration food. So the reason that this is important is because a calorie plan prevents panic eating and also using fridge power while you still have fridge power. Option B is incorrect because this makes you a visible target. Your silhouette...
Wait, no, let's hear this.
...against the sky as bait for both infected people and opportunistic survivors, and it's...
Infected. Oh, infected people, not zombies. Infected people. Okay. Okay. So, you are... What type of evil person is infected, right? They've been bitten, and they're like, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. They see in the building someone, and they're like, come on, bro. That's cooked. You have to be an evil person to do that, okay? Second thing, wait, hold on. Let's just hear what she said. I'm sorry.
Not silhouette against the sky as bait for both infected people and opportunistic survivors, and it's...
Okay, opportunistics. That's fair. That is a very fair point. But, bro, honestly, do you know how hard it is? I'm guessing this is a massive apartment. Do you know New York apartments, bro? Okay, look. No one is looking out for you there, right? Do you know how hard it is for someone to actually detect you in that short period of time that you're just scanning over and looking around? Okay, I get that we're going with logic and statistics here. What's the safest option? What's that? But number B wasn't wrong. It's just not the best one, okay?
Not worth
That's
the
how
risk
this is gonna
early.
work, okay?
Option C, bracing the door, is not wrong, but it's slightly premature.
Oh,
You're still gonna want flexibility to move between the rooms and also possibly scavenge from your neighbors or adjust sound or light control. And option D, the front door note, this might emotionally feel, and it also gives our option outbreak A, a large...
I'm gonna be the one talking, okay? Supplies are counted. You share the space with two people. What's the next move? Establish a silent alert, not code, right? For movement inside the flat. That's gonna be the one, but personally I think that's fucking stupid. Okay. Cook a large hot meal before the guests. I mean, it's a nice thing. It's gonna help you with your brain and help you have that last bit of humanity. I get that, I do. I want people to sit by the peephole and watch the hallway. Literally, what is that going to help? What is that going to help? Okay. Start binge charging every device you own. Why? I get it. Like, oh yeah, bro, all of our phones are on 10%. It's probably smart to charge them because we won't have charge anymore. But what are you gonna do? Play Block Blast? Oh no, even better. You're gonna call the police. Right? What are we doing? It's gonna be A. And because I know that, but I cook a large hot meal, right? It's gonna last you about 2 days, maybe 3. And you're not wasting anything but time. And all these things that you can do, you could do at the same time. Who's saying I can't just do D and then do B? Yeah, whatever. It's gonna be A. I know this. Okay, this is gonna be some really stupid shit. Okay, it's gonna be some real X-Man. Watch. I promise you.
So the correct option is option A, to have a silent alert system. So the reason this is the right answer is because having discipline in how you communicate can stop accidental shouting, accidental noise, and door opens later. Hot food and device charging matters, but all of these other things can wait until rules against loud mistakes, which are potentially fatal mistakes, are put in place. Okay, so you're now 2 hours into the outbreak. Communications are set and it's still quiet outside. What do you do next? Option A, pick one windowless interior room as the fallback or the sleep space. Option B, clear the hallway outside your unit of any loose objects. Option C, start boiling tap water to sterilize it while power remains. Or option D, spread your stored water containers across different rooms in case of a breach.
Okay, D is smart, but that's not needed. B, it could help. It depends on the objects, though. I want to say C, but A is the smartest decision, okay? Because if someone breaks in, yeah, but if you go back into that fallback space, you're cooked. Because the moment they break down the door, what do you do? And if it's zombies that we're talking about, you're just fucked. You're just sitting there to be eaten. Because at some point you're gonna have to go out, right? And when you go out, the door's gonna be smashed in, so there's gonna be 8 zombies inside of your house. Yeah, bro.
So the correct option here is option A, designate a fallback.
Alright, so what?
So the reason this is the right answer is because if the outer flat is breached, you need a last line of defense already chosen. So this is about prioritizing worst case preparedness before it's too late. By the 2-hour mark, we're assuming you've already secured water, you've already locked down and you've gone dark, and also the initial chaos has passed, but stability is still fragile.
Okay, well that's not fair. You've assumed it's pretty easy. Okay, now I'm mad. Okay, bro. Look at this. Look, listen to me. If you live in an apartment, I'm pretty damn sure that you know where is the safest place to be your hideout spot. Okay? Also, what apartment is this, bro? Isn't it gonna be like 2-bedroom apartment? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how apartments in New York are. I assume that it's cooked though, right? So, okay. Two other people, and you're telling me you and 3 people who live in the same apartment can't just go, yeah, that one's the one. That one's the safest place here. None of them? Really? Okay. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Maybe I'm just assuming things I know.
So option B, clearing the hallway of loose objects, is a good idea, but it's not really worth the risk of sound unless there's an active threat outside. Option C, boiling the water, sounds smart, but you've already filled containers at this point, and the tap water is still running, so it's not yet unsafe. The power right now might stay on for hours, or it might just cut suddenly, but even then, you can boil the water from the fallback room later. Boiling it right now just creates unnecessary heat, noise, and smell.
You just said that water was going to be the first thing that goes out, right? So if water's going to be the first thing that gets cooked, wouldn't it be smarter to make that the first priority? In the cleanest and most healthy thing, because we need water more than food, right? Because you don't know when the water's going to go out. So like that should be first priority. It's pretty easy to, in panic, look at a room and go, oh, this is the safest one. You know, in panic when you really need water, you're not going to be able to just fucking, you know.
Which are all signals that you want to prevent boiling.
I'm not mad at her. I'm
and
just mad at
finally,
whoever made
spreading
this
the
shit.
water containers around the room. This is like a good idea, but it's minor optimization. Obviously, if you're breached, you don't want all of your water in one place, but again, if you're breached that badly, the whole flat is essentially compromised. And the fallback room should already have its own mini storage. Okay, so you've made it to the end of day 1. The barricades, water, food, signals, safe room, and hygiene are all handled. What should you do to finish the day? Option 1, stay awake all night in rotating 2-hour guard shifts. Option B, start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells. Option C, signal from a window in Morse code that survivors are inside. Or option D, mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine.
Are you serious? Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Really? Really, that's an option? No. Dude, do you know how little of the population knows Morse code? What makes you think out of anything in the first 2 days or 3 days or whatever of a zombie apocalypse, people are just gonna know Morse code? What? Bro, it's gonna be the D. It's gonna be D, okay? No one's gonna do that, okay? But it's gonna be D. I'm picking D. I want that point. It's my point. Give me D.
So the correct answer here is option D, build the timeline. So the reason that this is the right answer is because this sets psychological expectations and also ration discipline. Setting fires, making signals, or having exhausting.
I mean, the reasons are pretty smart. That makes sense. I can't be mad.
It sounds faint and far away. What do you do now? Option A, slide open the window a few more inches for ventilation because the air inside is stale. Option B, scan the street from behind the curtain for movement or patterns. Option C, step briefly onto your balcony and confirm how many bodies you can see below. Or option D, knock on the ceiling to check if the neighbors upstairs are still alive.
In Morse code, no, it's B. I don't even need a voice here. It's B. Okay.
So the correct answer here is option B, scan the street discreetly. So the reason that this is correct is because in the 48-hour period, this phase is about information without exposure. If you're looking quietly through a covered window, this can give you insight into movement.
Whoa! Wait. We're on question 7. I've only got 3, right? Wait.
Psychological expectation.
Whoa.
Isolation timeline.
So that's 1.
With break. You've not heard a win. Option A,
Okay, that's
scan the street.
Okay, four.
Option B, close and secure the door from the outside to prevent risk later. Option C, leave it untouched. Or option D, knock once, wait, and then cautiously enter with your
Suspected apartment across the thing is abandoned, door cracked. Enter quietly, close and secure the door from the outside to prevent. Knock once, wait. Yeah, that's smartest. C, leave it untouched. No. Look, I'm guessing that this is like a dire thing that you need to do this. A, enter quietly. Because like, bro, there could be some dude. Wait, you suspect. You don't know, right? You don't know. If it said you know the apartment across the hall is abandoned. Yeah, sure. The door is cracked. Do you know that means anything can just... Even the zombie, walk through the freaking door. What are we doing, right? Close and secure the door from the outside to prevent risk later. It's not that bad. But D is the smartest, okay? You knock once, wait. No movement, nothing. Then you open. A doesn't say hide behind there, listen to movement, and then go, right? That's stupid. And do you know, like, it's not like a zombie from under the floor is gonna hear... Like, bro, that's not how that works, okay? It's D. She's gonna say A, it's D, bro.
So the correct answer here is option A, enter quietly and search. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, controlled scavenging is strategic.
Mom, she's gonna say the reason D was wrong is because you made noise.
If a room is clearly empty, it's better that you take its resources before someone clearly more desperate does. Avoiding all unknowns also isn't sustainable long term. Don't knock, don't announce, don't waste the opportunity. At night, you hear footsteps and whispering outside your apartment door. It's clearly human. What do you do? Option A, stay completely silent. Don't move, don't make noise. Option
she didn't
B,
make the quiz.
Whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. Option C, make a deliberate sound to show that you're alone.
She's helping us with his own thing, bro.
Or option D,
she's just like,
wait for
bro,
them to move on.
who made these answers like so stupid? And now you hear footsteps and whispering outside your apartment. It's clearly human. Okay, cool. Stay completely silent, don't make noise. That's smart. A, whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. It's 3 people on one or on whoever. Yeah, that's smart. Make a deliberate sound to show you're home. Wait for them to move on, then open the door quietly to check. Okay. A. Okay, I know it's gonna be A. Okay, it's A.
And then open the door quietly to check. Stay silent. So the reason that this is the right answer is because this isn't the time to act.
Because when you whisper, right, the door's closed. No one is hearing that whisper, okay? No one's listening to that, okay? So when you let your other 2 guys know, like, yo, you don't even need a whisper. You literally just... You know why you don't do that? Because you're wasting time. You're wasting time. And opportunists, they're gonna cook.
Silence is your defense. If they're rude, will avoid
like,
resistance, and if they're panicking, noise can make them choose your door. If they're infected, sound draws them. You only move if they try to enter, and even then, you don't speak. Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check, and you hear a muffled groan from somewhere in the hallway a few minutes later. What do you do? Option A, take a position at the door with a weapon in case someone comes through.
Yeah.
Option B, quietly relocate everyone to your fallback room and lock the door. Option C, tell them to stay put and go investigate alone while it's quiet. Or option D, whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen.
That's not D, that's too loud. B is smartest, but A, take position at the door. That has ground. You have ground. You're dominant, right? But we don't know what weapons you have, right? We haven't gotten that. Wait, we actually don't have any weapon. What weapon? A kitchen knife, right? It's gonna be B. Look, I'm just gonna say B. But in that moment, I feel like I'd do A. This is me. I'm doing A. I'm doing A. I'm doing A. I'm doing A.
So the correct answer is option B, relocate to the fallout room. So the reason this is the right answer is because containment is the protocol here. Fallback spaces exist for this reason. You don't split up, you don't go hunting, and you don't escalate anything. This is defensive discipline. Move to the stronghold and listen. If nothing happens, then you wait. And if something breaches, you're ready. You overhear a broadcast on a still working radio.
I think I'm on 5.
Evacuation might be happening 6 miles away at an old stadium, but you don't have any further details and there's also no schedule. What do you do? Option A, immediately pack and leave while the streets are quiet. Option B, wait 24 hours to gather more information or listen for...
You overhear a broadcast on a still working radio. Oh, okay.
Updates.
Don't do
Option C, prepare a bag and scout the route before committing. Or option D, ignore it.
C.
Move, but don't move just yet. So the reason this is the right answer is because if you leave now, you risk walking into chaos or nothing at all. But ignoring it completely is also a gamble. The right call here is controlled contingency. You should prep a bag, watch for signals, and then assess the route. Okay, so you've gathered your bag, and now you have to choose one weapon to take when fleeing the apartment. What's the smartest grab? Option A is a long crowbar. Option B, a short machete.
Do you know how heavy it is? Okay, a long crowbar too. Do you know how hard it is, like mobility wise? I honestly think a short one would be better. You know, to take when fleeing the apartment. The only good thing about a crowbar is it has 2 uses. Yes, you can hurt people, but you can also pry open locked doors. But then again, she's gonna say, you shouldn't do that, okay? Because there could be like 6 dudes. 6 bad guys behind the door with machetes. Like, you know, like, come on, bro. Like,
ready? Option C is a steel baseball bat, or option D, a cordless drill.
Shut up, bro. A cordless drill? What are we doing? Okay, I'm not fucking Bob the Builder, right? That's not the answer. B, she's gonna say, it's too short, so the range isn't smart. And C sounds the best. But with my stature, I feel like bro, like a 5'6" dude with a massive baseball bat, like I feel like crowbar. I want to say machete, okay? I want to be cool. I do, I really, really, really do, but crowbar. It's crowbar.
So the correct answer here is option A, the long crowbar. So the reason this is the right answer is because this is the weapon that you're gonna grab before leaving your apartment. So the weapon choice here needs to factor in, number 1, how lethal it is against zombies.
No, bro, there's a hook. There's a hook on the crowbar. Do you know how fucked that'll be against zombies? If it's one zombie, alright. But bro, do you know how cooked that would be in a group? Bro. Like, come on, man. Really? And like literally no matter where you aim with the crowbar, like at the end at least, on wherever you aim on the head of a zombie, bro, it's gonna get stuck. Right? Unless you're hitting it with that back part, but still then, it's so hefty, you're gonna have to like grab that hook and like kind of like, you know, like, I feel like with a crowbar, that's actually how I would attack. I would grab the hook and I'd use that sharp wedge part at the back and kind of like a mini spear, kind of. Because like...
especially skull trauma. Number 2, utility in the field. So how it works against doors, fences, or breaking into places. Number 3, durability and portability. You want a weapon that won't break and it won't slow you down. And number 4, ease of use under stress. So
I know, like, that's the stupidest option.
The reason the crowbar is the best choice is because it delivers focused and dense impact, which is ideal for cracking skulls. It also functions as a multi-tool, so it can open doors, pry fences, break windows. There's no edge to maintain the multi-tool. All in all, it's the most versatile survival tool. Number 2, utility in the... You now go into your... You're trying to cut its head off. The baseball bat also looks like it could be a really good idea, but it's probably going to perform poorly. The reason for this is because it's unnecessarily heavy, it's tiring to swing, and also there's no extra function besides the intimidation. Bats also often glance off of bone, so it's actually not great for cracking skulls, especially if you're swinging.
Did you just say a steel baseball bat isn't... Like aluminum, right? Baseball bat. It's not good for cracking skulls. I'm pretty damn sure you could crack a human skull, but like a zombie, they're rotting. You could crack a skull. I'm pretty sure you could crack a zombie's skull with your foot. Like a boot. Like, come on, bro.
At a bad angle. And the cordless drill is wrong because this might sound like a really good idea, but drills are not going to be lethal unless it's precisely placed. It's also going to require two hands, close contact, and also, most importantly, electricity and battery power. And once it's dead, it's useless, and there's no extra utility or intimidation value to it. You now go into your kitchen for a secondary weapon. Which of these gives you the best chance of stopping a zombie in close combat? Option A, a chef's knife. Option B, a wooden rolling pin. Option C, a butcher's cleaver, or option D, a screwdriver.
Oh, fuck off. Butchers. She's gonna say screwdriver because, let's be real, it has most functions. And look, going back to the drill thing, you need to be precise with something so thin, right? And it's not that hard to just doink, you know? But bro, the cleaver is tough. Even though the
correct
knife is
answer
like...
here is option C, a butcher's cleaver. So the reason this is the right answer is because a cleaver has the mass and blade thickness to damage the skull with short-range strikes. The chef's knife is most likely going to be too thin and it risks snapping or getting stuck. And the rolling pin, it feels like a bat, but it's probably too light to do real damage, and as I said with the bat, most likely it'll bounce or glance off bone. The screwdriver here could be good because it could puncture, but it'll probably only go through soft points and you need perfect aim under pressure. Therefore, it's not the best option. So you've packed our small bag, and a local broadcast says that evacuation teams are moving towards a nearby stadium within the next 48 hours. What time of day do you plan to move? Option A, leave just before dawn. Option B, leave in the middle of the day. Option C, leave after dark. Or option D, leave right away.
Okay, leave right away would be the dumbest thing because that's kind of pretty much what everyone's going to do, right? Everyone's just going to go, oh my gosh, safety, 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 okay, so a local broadcast says evac teams. Leave in the middle of the day, it's going to be sunny. Leave after dark, it's too dark. I probably would do it in night, but
So the correct answer here is option A, leave just before dawn. So the reason this is the right answer is because leaving right before sunrise gives you both enough light to navigate without drawing too much attention, while most threats, either human or zombie, are less alert. Night travel is not a good idea because it increases the risk of tripping, noise, or panic, and broad daylight also makes you way too visible. So you've exited your apartment and you're making your way towards the stadium. Before seeing any zombies, you spot a group of 3 scavengers near a parked car. One is searching the trunk, another is standing lookout, and the third is carrying a pipe. They haven't noticed you yet. What do you do? Option A, approach calmly and ask if they've seen safe zones. Option B, stay low and observe from a distance before deciding. Option C, circle wide and avoid contact entirely. Or option D, follow them quietly to see where they're heading.
It's C. I would say B because you get more info, but it's C.
So the correct answer here is option C, avoid contact entirely.
So what do I have, 6?
So the reason this is the right answer is because a wide detour keeps your location, your supplies, and your intentions secret. Early survival states that stealth is more important than alliance building. Option A, approaching calmly, is not the right answer because in early outbreaks, strangers are often scared and hyper-reactive. There's also no trust networks established yet, so it's more likely that they'll escalate or become violent or betray you. Option B, watching from a distance, gives you intel, but it burns time and it also risks you being spotted if they sweep their surroundings. And if they see you first, you lose initiative. Option D, following them, is also not the best answer because stalking unknown people is risky and you could walk into their base or incur potentials. On the next rooftop, you cross that
I have 6, 7. I have 7. Okay, you end up on a rooftop and use using... On the next rooftop, somebody's facing away hasn't noticed you. Okay, you need to cross that roof to reach the next ladder. Kill the motherfucker. It's 1. Right, you're behind it hasn't noticed you. Crowbar. Right at the back. It's a free game. Why else would you have a weapon? Right? What's the point, bro? Wait for it to wander off. Move slowly across it, hugging the wall. That's dumb as hell. That's dumb as hell. Wait, what? Okay. You end up on a rooftop. You're crossing rooftops using ladders and fire escapes. Next one. A zombie is standing near the far ledge. Like, oh, far ledge. What do you mean hugging the wall, though? How the fuck are you moving across? Am I not getting this here? I want to say C so bad. Okay, wait. I'm trying. Okay, across the rooftop. Rooftop, gap, right? So rooftop. In what fucking sense is there going to be a wall like this? Are you saying after you jump onto this rooftop, hide behind the wall? That's dumb as fuck. Do see.
So the correct answer here is option A, move silently across. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, the zombie hasn't seen you yet. You're not blocked and you don't need to engage.
Okay. This is one rooftop. Okay. This is one rooftop. Let's just say the zombie's like around this area. Okay? You're here. And you're walking this way. Okay, you're gonna meet him. So in what fucking sense is you going, oh, okay, I'm gonna hide right inside of this wall. I'm not hiding behind any wall to hide away from him. I'm actually just walking right fucking past him. Oh, hello, zombie. He hasn't seen me. Do.
Stealth here minimizes all risk. Option B, throwing a bottle could work if you were on the ground, but since you're on a rooftop, sound travels unpredictably and also it could just alert more zombies below. Sneaking up to attack it is also not necessary since it hasn't noticed you yet, and it also puts you in close quarters with no backup plan. Option D is potentially a good idea, but waiting could also put you in close quarters with no backup plan. Option D is potentially a good idea, but waiting could take forever and it wastes daylight while giving up control. You're cutting through a narrow alley, and about 30 feet ahead, you see a zombie. It hasn't noticed you yet, but it's directly between you and the exit. There's an open side door to your left, a dumpster you could climb, and also a loose pipe on the ground nearby. What do you do? Option A, pick up the pipe and confront.
Have you heard movie dumpsters? Like, it's literally just like broken glass. Like, it sounds like...
it before it gets closer. Option B, go into the side door and barricade it behind you to wait for a better moment. Option C, climb the dumpster, toss a small object away, and misdirect.
Climbing the dumpster is going to be 10 times louder than whatever fuck-ass object you're throwing.
Direct the zombie away from the exit. Or option D, dash past the zombie now while there's still distance.
Look, I'm going to be real. I feel like I'd be able to make it dashing, but that's definitely not going to be what she says. Okay, dragging one leg, is moving slowly, hasn't noticed you. It's directly in the middle of it, I guess. Okay, slip through the side door. What side door? There's an open side door to your left. Slip through this and barricade it and wait for it. Look, that's the best idea. But like, let's be real, the zombie isn't just gonna be standing in the middle like this. Okay, it's gonna be moving around. Hide behind the dumpster and peek, and maybe if it goes to a more closer, like left or right, you go the opposite direction. I'm saying B. B is the smartest one. Okay, wait. No. It doesn't actually say like that you look through the door. There could be like 6 zombies in that. But she's gonna say like, oh, I don't want you to get close to the pipe. It's gonna be fucking C.
So the correct answer here is option C, use elevation and misdirection. So the reason this is the right answer is because it has the best combination of both control of the situation and also momentum. Here, you're staying away from the action and you preserve your forward route, but you also don't trigger aggression. And you might be wondering now why a sound distraction is the correct answer in the alleyway, while on the previous rooftop question, I said that sound is unpredictable. This is because in the alleyway, you're in a contained space. So there's tight walls and there's short distance, and you can also see the zombie and it hasn't seen you yet. So here you're actually able to you have options because it's in a question building your zombie is not the right answer. And option B, going too risky. What you don't need to, valid survival option. Failure or zombie is not the right answer because this is still too risky. You don't know if there are other zombies nearby or what's behind the zombie. And weapon or not, confrontation what you don't need to is high failure rate unless you're cornered. Option B, going to the side door and hiding is a valid survival option, but you're now stuck in a closed building with its own unknowns inside. There's also no guarantee that the zombie will ever move on. So this option isn't wrong, but it's also not the best option. And option D, sprinting past, is also risky, because one wrong move and you could get grabbed. You turn a corner and you see another survivor. They're alone and they're sitting on a curb. From your first glance, they don't look injured. What do you do? Option A, approach slowly and ask if they're headed towards the stadium. Option B, cross to the other side and keep walking without making eye contact. Option C, turn back and take a longer route. Or option D, make brief eye contact and nod, and then keep moving.
Probably just take C. Okay, look. You don't know who this person is, so A, you're not going to approach them, okay? Because they could be fucked, right? Cross to the other side and keep walking without making eye contact. That's not that bad either. Probably B. Because C, you're taking a longer route. That's not that bad. Probably C. Yeah. Make brief eye contact. One, that's threatening. The nod is nice, sure. But just because you've given someone a nod doesn't make them go, Onija, they're my friend. Look, if they were that bad in A, in the situation of A, they're going to do the exact same if you do D. Let's be real. Let's be real. If they wanted to kill you because you came up to them friendly, okay? If they wanted to kill you for that, they're going to do the exact same when you go, okay? It's going to be fucking D. It's B.
The correct answer here is option D, brief eye contact and keep moving. So the reason this is the right answer is because you need to acknowledge this person without becoming a variable. Making eye contact shows your confidence and the nod signals peace. Option B or C, ignoring or avoiding them entirely, could be read as weakness, and option A of approaching them is risky. You don't know their intentions or what they've lost. While climbing a fence, you slice your palm open on exposed metal. It's not deep, but it's bleeding. What do you do?
That's infected.
Option A, cover it with plastic.
No! Wash it and disinfect it. It's B.
B, clean and disinfect it.
Alright,
so the reason that this is the right answer is because any open wound is potentially an infection, especially if you're touching surfaces or dead bodies. Every small cut matters in an unsanitary environment. And here you're protecting yourself from both regular and zombie-related infections. You find gasoline and a lighter in an abandoned garage. Do you rig a Molotov cocktail for zombie defense? Option A, yes, because it's an explosive distraction and it destroys the zombie on contact.
No, it doesn't.
Option B, yes, but only as a last resort. Option C, no, because fire.
It's gonna be A, bro. It's gonna be A, bro. Fire won't do anything to a zombie, bro. It might kill him over time, but it's not gonna kill him. C, yeah, true.
Fire spreads unpredictably and it draws attention. Or option D, no, it's better saved for sterilizing tools.
Yeah, D. But B, C and D are the same thing. It's just different reasoning. It's D. The correct answer is... Great reasoning. Yeah, that's very fair. Option D, that the gas is better saved, is true, but not the best in this scenario. What do you mean not the best in this scenario? What changed? What changed? What changed? What changed? You still said no. You've done the exact same thing, just for a different reason, that's actually better for you in the long run. It helps you more than just going, it's unpredictable, draws attention. Whereas D helps you over time. I don't know. It directly answers it, which is whether fire is a good weapon. Yes, fair. That's fair.
To the front. Inside this room with you are
Okay. You're taking shelter in the back room of a corner shop after your route was blocked. It's a small space with one door and no windows, and a zombie is stumbled in the front. Tape the knife to it. Okay, let's be real. Do you know how fucking hard? Do you think tape is going to hold up against the skull? Are we dead ass? No. B, hide silently? No. Climb onto the metal drawer and prepare to strike from a... What? Make noise to lure it in. C, I don't know. I want to say A, but that's the dumbest thing to do. I guess C, you've got some advantage, but bro, like, a metal drawer's like, literally like, as high as this chair. Like, that is not... It's gonna be C.
So the reason this is the right answer is, so the correct answer here is option C, use elevation force.
Okay,
so
I'm
option
10 out
A
of
will
21.
automatically knock it, but a brush in and room and being past could work one at close range. Immediately see if symptoms appear.
You fought off, you're unbitten, but it's blood spatter on your mouth. I'd say disinfect your skin with hand sanitizer, but that doesn't talk about your mouth, where rinsing with water and soap immediately is true. But you don't use hand sanitizer for your mouth. It just says skin. It's going to be B.
The answer is because if the virus answer here is option, it's with soap and water. The reason this is the right answer is because if the virus spreads through blood, then you have to treat it like a biohazard. Soap and water removes infectious material better than alcohol, and sanitizer can't neutralize any contamination in the eyes or the mouth. Speed matters here, so waiting to see if symptoms appear is also a terrible idea. So by this point, clearly been followed by zombies.
Once symptoms
What do you do?
appear, you're
Option
cooked.
A, boil the water, because heat kills everything. Option B, filter the water with cloth and then boil it. Option C, avoid it unless you have proper filtration.
Okay, well there you go, C.
Bacteria. It's not effective against all
11 out
viral
of 20.
agents or chemical containments. And you don't know enough about zombie blood to know if it contains all viral agents or chemical containments. And you don't
12
know
out
enough
of
about
20.
zombie blood to know if it contains persistent infection particles. Option B, filtering with the cloth and then boiling, is also a bad glass on the floor. Crouch behind emergency. Option separate one.
Okay, you're inside a store with broken glass on the floor. Boss. A group of 4 zombies wander in from a side entrance. They haven't noticed you yet. You've crouched behind a checkout counter. Crawl quietly along the back wall to the emergency exit. Stay completely still until they pass, even if it takes hours. Throw a metal object to the far or try to separate one from the group. Okay, with broken glass on the floor. So no matter what you do, it's going to make noise. Group of 4 zombies. Stay completely still. No, I get it, I do, but like, bro, all it takes is for them to look at you and you're cooked. So, C.
So the correct answer here is option C, use
Oh my gosh,
noise
I'm on a
tactically.
freaking roll.
The reason this is the right answer is because zombies react to sound, and you don't want them investigating your section of the store. Throwing an object quietly obviously creates false noise distraction, and it also gives you a chance to exit. That idea becomes possible and almost their distance. They haven't called out yet. What do you do? Option A, call them out and ask them to identify themselves. Option B, pick up your pace, make several turns to test if they're tracking you. Option C, stop abruptly and wait for them to catch up so you can confront them. Or option D, turn around and start walking towards them to intimidate them.
Call out. A keeps distance.
The reason this is the correct answer is option B, change your pace and test if they're following you. The reason this is the right answer is because if someone's following you, see your pace.
We've already announced that he's following me. You've already told me that we're getting followed. So when you say some shit like this...
And test if they're following you. The reason
test if they're following me. So, okay, this is how the question was asked. Someone's following you, right? You can either 1, run, 2, check if they're following you. But you already know they're following you, okay? But you check, right? Or C, you confront them, or 4, you run at them. What are you doing? You're gonna do A, right? Oh, actually, you're gonna call out, because that keeps distance, right? You see the person, you see if they have a long-range weapon. Bro, it's A.
Right answer
okay,
is
I don't
if
care what she
someone's
says.
following
It's
you
A,
silently,
bro.
you
This
should
is
never
stupid.
confront them
This is
directly.
stupid. I'm actually getting mad.
Change your pace and take sharp turns, and if they match you, it's deliberate. Once you've established they are in fact following you, then you can break the line of sight and change direction. Talking to them or walking towards them gives them control, and you need off every move. So now you know they're deliberately following you. You're still 2 blocks away from your destination. What do? Option A, duck into a building, break the line of sight, and then exit via a back route. Option B, so the right answer.
Okay, Joe. They match every move.
Back off.
D is stupid, B is stupid, C is smart. Break line of sight, exit via back route. A
so the right answer here is option A, break the line of sight and exit from another route. So the reason this is the right answer is because breaking the line of sight is power.
I'm gonna lose, I know.
Once this person can't see you,
she's gonna say,
gain
if you didn't get like 100%.
Entering a building also gives you many alternate exits, angles, and barriers. And most people that are following you, and if rolled caught identify the evacuation zone. A lone zombie is blocking the gate entrance. It's slow, but it's fully alert and squarely in your path. You have a crowbar, a flashlight, a water bottle, and a cracked riot shield that you found earlier. What do? Option A, use the riot shield to push it aside and run past. Option B, blind the zombie with a flashlight. Use the riot shield to push it aside and run past. Option B, blind the zombie with a flashlight and strike it over the head with a crowbar. Option C, wait for another person to draw its attention. The correct answer.
Oh, not really. C is the same one.
So the reason this is the right answer is.
A.
So the correct answer here is option A, push through with the shield. And here, distant B, pump will you be acting evacuation site. It's surrounded by high fencing, guards, and you can see a panicked-looking crowd nearby. You accidentally dropped your crowbar during the encounter earlier, and so now you're unarmed. What's the most strategic way to approach? Option A, push through the crowd because urgency signals that you need help. Option B, wait nearby and watch how the guards treat incoming people. Option C, call out from a distance and raise your arms. Or option D, walk directly to the guards, show your hands, and stay silent.
Do I have 15?
So the correct answer here is option B, observe before. I don't know if the guards option C can call and then count up how many means and whether or not you got correct.
Oh shit.
You should now have a score out of 28. So now I'll tell you what your score means and whether or not you would have survived the zombie apocalypse. So if you scored between 26 and 28, you would have survived. You're calm under pressure, you're tactically sharp, you're rare, and you're adaptable. Most likely you would have lasted months into this outbreak, maybe even years. And you're the kind of person that other survivors want to follow. If you scored between 22 and 25, then you most likely survived the initial outbreak and you navigated long-term danger pretty well. You made some mistakes here and there, but luckily it was nothing fatal. With a good group, you're likely to survive. If you scored between 17 and 21, you'd likely scrape through the first wave, but stumble very often. You probably wasted unnecessary energy and you took unnecessary shortcuts. Survival for you is possible, but you'd need luck and good alliances. If you score between 12 and 16, your chances are unlikely. You're likely a liability to your group, you burn through supplies, you draw noise, and you probably also injure yourself. Unfortunately for you, surviving past the first few weeks is unlikely. And finally, if you got 0 to 11, then you're a casualty on day 1. You probably wouldn't make it through 24 hours, maybe not even the first hour. Most likely, you'll be one of the first bitten and also first remembered in the what not to do in survival briefings. Thank you for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is a bit of a different video from you, so comment below.
I'm not gonna be mad about it, okay? You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you're not first, you're lost. And I'm not lost, baby. Because I would have won that. I think that was rigged, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, a lot of those answers were, like, kind of doofus. Like, bro. Like, you need to be, like, some cornball. Like, I understand like what they're saying is basically like the cornball wins. Okay, the cornball is the one who wins. Yo. Oh, that looks weird as fuck. It looked like I had a whole different like hair. Oh, I still do. Oh, yo. You didn't see that. Yeah, bro. I don't know how to go about this. I think I was cooked. I think it was rigged, bro. I don't know. I feel like I would have done better than what she said I did, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. I don't know, man. Alright, later, guys. I love you.